Hi, my name is Iva Stanarova and I'm convener of Master of Education program at UNSW.
I'm Fiona Stanley. I'm convener of the specialisation TESOL of the Masters of Education.
One of the advantages of studying Master of Education at UNSW are the evening classes. They allow the flexibility, so our students can work, but they can also study.
Another good thing that we do is that you can fast track your MEd, so you could take, for example, 4 courses in semester 2, then you could take 4 courses in summer school, and so your Masters would be done quickly.
In our Master of Education program, you can choose between many specializations. You can either tailor to your needs our program, so you can study Master of Education in Educational Studies. You can also do Master of Education in Special Education, TESOL, Gifted Education, Assessment and Evaluation, Higher Education, and we will be newly opening our Master of Education in Educational Psychology.
There's also a Masters in Educational Leadership, which is separate from the MEd. My specialisation, the part that I coordinate, is the TESOL programme. So in the TESOL programme you can take courses in linguistics as well as education, and within the education part you can do courses in methodology, but also courses around issues in language education.
Another example is Master of Education in Special Education, which I coordinate. Our special focus are developmental disabilities, so we have courses on intellectual disabilities and, for example, on autism. UNSW lecturers are active researchers in their area of interest, so your learning will be informed by currently conducted research.
The other thing that makes the MEd something that you would want to do is that it will give your career a real boost. The research that goes into the teaching is also related to classroom practice, so that the researchers who are working on the MEd are also teachers and are in touch with current classroom practice. So this is not a theoretical course that sits on its own. This is very much connected to you, your career in education, and allowing you to move on in your career. If you've received an offer and you've already enrolled, well, that's fantastic. We'll see you shortly. If you have yet to enroll, we strongly encourage you to do so. We're looking forward to meeting you.
We are sure that you would like to hear also some student experiences, so please enjoy.
I guess it's because you can never really know enough as a teacher. You always get a new bunch of students every year, sometimes every semester. And I guess doing the MED program gave me more professional development to cater for all those different types of students. Yeah, and you can never know enough as a teacher. Yeah. I think the collegiality, I guess you get the inside scoop, which most people don't get, and you get to deal with and talk to a lot of masters in their fields, and so that kind of professional development is priceless. There's a lot of flexibility in the program as well, which means that you can handle work and I guess study at the same time, especially part-time, even full-time study at one point. So you can handle both of them at the same time, but really that inside scoop, that collegiality and that I guess extra professional development's great, yeah. Well, it was a bit of a godsend because the year I actually started my MED program with the special education specialisation. I actually got my first ever learning needs class, so I found that everything I learnt on the Monday night, I would see the next day in action on the Tuesday, and then again on the Wednesday with all the different types of students. And I guess there's always such a diverse range of students in mainstream public high schools, especially with inclusive practices coming into play. So I think you see it straight away at work, and it's good to see it being able to be put into practice just like that. So everything I literally learnt the night before, I would see the next day, and so yeah, that was probably a good way.
Well, I've been working in the field of special education for 10 years, and I wanted to formalise my experience by completing a qualification here at UNSW, and I had the privilege of meeting Terry, and we were liaising because she was helping me with some of the work that I was doing in my role, and she encouraged me to pursue the master's program, which I did, and have almost finished and really enjoying it. Firstly, I really liked the subjects. They're very varied and comprehensive in terms of the information that you learn when you're engaged in subjects. And I also like the opportunity to work with the lecturers that I've met who have been more than supportive and encouraging, and their level of expertise has really helped me in my work experience as well. And the fact that it's offered at night and I can do it part-time, which works in with my family, is also very beneficial and is useful in terms of being able to manage my family commitments as well as pursue my interest in further study. I guess what it's done is the content that I've been engaged in the subjects has allowed me to reflect more on my practice, my teaching practice, and use some of that more up-to-date information and knowledge and embed that in the practice that I do within my teaching. So I find that the courses have been really helpful in that regard. And moving forward, I'm considering doing further studies and looking at doing a PhD, so it's just consolidating my qualifications and my knowledge and understanding in special education so I can potentially pursue something further.